Okay, so I probably got nobody here. This is my first live thing. I've been procrastinating for several years, but I have people starting to ask me if I have anything up on my YouTube channel. And I always say, I have a YouTube channel, but there's not anything on there worth watching. So tonight, since it's the new year, uh, I'm making a love and abundance spell jar. And I did do the jar. It's a spaghetti sauce jar. So save your jars. I do have the incantation on there. And I love doing the decorations. It says love, abundance, prosperity, and happiness. And I do have the star and some other stones on the top. They all mean something. So I'm going to open it up and get ready to play with you guys. Um, so I'll probably say a lot. I do have to give a shout out to Alashi Ola Herbal Herbs and Spirituals here on YouTube. She's the only one that I have seen that says she uses a minimum of 22 herbs. And I wrote back when I watched that video and said 22 is the number that represents ultimate divine energy. So it makes sense that combining 22 herbs and spices together would be beneficial. I mean, it goes with the flow. And I get all technical and scientific. I'm very into physics with my magical stuff here. And I do have my 22 herbs. And I tried to get as many kitchen herbs as I possibly could. Uh, so you can probably have them in your kitchen too. I have my own herbs for my magical workings, and I have the other herbs that are for my cooking in the kitchen. So that I do keep them separate. And um, Moto, Usiri Mo. I don't want to say his name wrong. I have his book here, but he's the one that did the water crystallization test where he put water in a jar and he put good positive words on one and negative words on the other, and then he viewed them through a microscope, and you could see the difference in the crystallization of the water when he froze it. The water responded to the positive energy just in the writing of the words on the jar, and he switched them around. He put positive words on the one that was negative before and negatives on the one that was positive, and refroze them and had the, I guess, opposite, same effects. Well, still the one with the positive words were prettier, stronger, and more beautiful. And so, if it can work on water, it can work on anything. Everything is energy. That's all there is to it. You match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. That's not me saying that, even though I just said that. That's my man Albert Einstein. That's a direct quote from him. So magic isn't really magic, it's physics. So, welcome to the fine art of energy manipulation. And I have my list of 22, but I tried to get the most common kitchen herbs. And I'm just going to start. I have my altar candles lit, I have my incense burning. Everything I do at my table is done ritualistically. It all means something. So the first herb I'm going to put in the jar is sea salt, because well, when you're a magical practitioner, you do draw your sacred circle um, with the sea salt. It's for protection, purification, it's cleansing. So I am going to cleanse up um, everything, all the energy that's going in here. I want it to be beautiful always. So, and I don't know how much to put because I didn't do a practice one. So I don't know how full the jar is going to be filled. Yeah, how full the jar is going to be filled. This is so my first video. Okay, I got enough. I got enough. And that's the sea salt. And the next herb grain. So it is all about the herbs and the grains. I'm going to put in is rice, just plain old white rice. And rice, I did write them down so I wouldn't forget because I do tend to get ahead of myself. Um, and on my list, rice resonates with the energy of earth and the sun. It's feminine in nature. In Asia, rice spirits are honored as mother type entities. Rice can be used in spells for blessing, money, prosperity, fertility, protection, rain, wealth, security, and to find treasure. And when they say that to find treasure, I lump the lottery in there. I do, because it's not like we're all going to go out and hunt for the buried stuff like a pirate. I guess you could find a wallet with nobody's name or something, and just be compelled to keep it. I don't know. So I'm going to put a couple of handfuls of rice in there. Usually I'm a little more meticulous. I would probably count the spoonfuls and the handfuls and that sort of thing. So, but rice is a connection, both heavenly and earthly. So it is kind of an as above, so below energy that I'm bringing into it. And I kind of organized them in the way, sorry, I don't want to put it back in there, um, in the way I wanted them to go in for symbolic reasons. I'm going to try to pull my table closer too because I want to sit back in my chair. The next one I want to put in is wheat. And when it comes to symbolism, wheat has as much in common with similar staple crops such as barley, rice, and maize, a symbol of abundance, life, and fertility. Wheat has also served as an emblem for deities associated with these notions, such as the Greek goddess of agriculture, Demeter. I have to put this one next because once upon a time, Demeter, briefly, was called Kor, and her daughter Persephone was Kor before, I always say before she was kidnapped and taken to hell, taken to the underworld. So Demeter is like a little Kor tap to me, and up on my star. See, I gotta grab you and spin you around. I do have, can't see it, wait, I'm spinning you that way. Oh my God, I can't aim. She's up there. She's up there. She's also written in my arm runes and on my finger in little curly letters. So that's my goddess. Why? Because one day I was sitting at the bus stop and a man came up to me and noticed that I was wearing a pentagram, and he asked me what my affiliation with Satan was. And I was just, what, why? Because that is this day and age, it's just shameful. But I don't want to go negative with the video because this is all about positive energy. But some things do need to be explained. So, anyways, I went back home and I typed in my Google pentagram symbology in the Bible, and I found out all this beautiful stuff. She was once used, not she, the pentagram was once used as a Christian good luck charm. There's all kinds of stuff if you Google pentagram symbology, but it originated as the symbol for a deity named Kor, and she was worshipped way back in Egypt, fourth, I think, century CE, by the Christians. So basically, a long time ago, it was the Father, the Son, and the Holy Mother Spirit, and her name was Kor. That's just what it is, folks. Do the research. So she's my goddess, and I get along great with her. She's done a lot for me. The next one, barley. This one has planetary, all of them have planetary elemental associations with them. I just didn't do the research in that depth for you guys. But Venus is love. We want that. That's on the list here. And she's an Earth, and my station is Earth. So it's love, healing, and protection. So we want love, we want healing, we want protection in the jar. So it's going in. It's going in. And the next one, oh yeah, more little notes about barley. It's the oldest of the seven sacred grains of mankind. So there's a lot of stuff. Let's see, heart chakra, it's associated with it. They all got chakras too. So there's a lot of stuff. But I'm going to go on the next one, pumpkin seeds. Granting wishes, love, prosperity, and protection. And that's why it's next, because this is the wish. So no, realize that. And next time you're eating pumpkin seeds, be mindful of the fact that they are for granting wishes and for love and protection and prosperity. Because if you're mindful of it, science has studied this. Um, Mindfulness works. There's a few of them that do. The next one, I was gonna use a cinnamon stick, but I'm gonna just stick with the herb. So I got the powdered cinnamon, and I'm just gonna put that cinnamon. I use a lot. It's a love herb. It's a money drawing herb, and yeah, there's some stuff in there, but it's an herb for success, action, healing, protection, energy, love, prosperity, and purification. It gives it a little kick. So it's like an amplifier. So we're getting that in there. And you know what? I'm gonna amplify the heck out of this. So I'm just gonna put it all in there. So I get crazy like that. So I'll have my official first video. The next one, ginger. I did the ginger myself. I dried it and everything. Back in the day, we had to go foraging for stuff. Now we just go to the market. I like to put a little extra energy in it, so I come home and I do stuff with it. I'm getting an over the door rack for my door here in my office, and I'm gonna decorate all my jars so that Dr. Moto, I so think I'm saying his name wrong. Um, Revelation there of the words meaning something. This jar's getting pretty full already. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough space. That's all right, because all the rest I think are smaller. I already got the pumpkin seeds in there too, so that goes on the ground. Rosemary, where is it? And rosemary. Wait, I'm skipping one. I want peppermint. 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 It's for increasing money, success, prosperity, joy, purification, and love. There's a lot of these that go for fertility too. If it's got love energies, it probably has fertility energies too. So that's in there. So the rosemary's going, the peppermint's going in there. And peppermint tea. Be mindful of all of these energy attributes when you're drinking your peppermint tea, because you can call them into your being. And now the rosemary that I just for whatever reason couldn't wait to get in there. Protection, improving memory. That's why I need that. And wisdom, health, and healing. And I wanted the rosemary in there for that wisdom, because a fool and his money are soon parted. And so I do want it. I do want that wisdom to be able to spend my dollar right. And the jar is looking pretty cute now. I like it. And let me let you see it. See, it's almost full. And I am going to say the little incantation too for you guys. And do a little smudging kind of a thing before I put it on my altar to sit. Sage, 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 sage. Do I even need to explain it? Uh, it's another wisdom, protection, that sort of thing, clarifying. So that goes in there. And again, I was going to use my sage sticks, but I want to stick with the kitchen herbs as much as I could. And then that's page 1, page 2, allspice. Allspice. I just left this one in the jar. Oh, I should tell you what it is for money, prosperity, and focusing on increasing any energy, love, healing, and luck. So we need that. I should put all of it in there. I do want it to go towards the edge. So I want to see the color. And there it is. Basil. Where's the basil? Basil. I don't think I've even opened this one yet. Gotta get scissors. And the basil. I did not know that it's also Saint Joseph's wort. I didn't even know. I had no idea, but there it is. Used for prosperity, success, peace, protection, happiness, purification, tranquility, and love. So basil gets to go in. And chamomile. Prosperity, peace, healing, harmony, and happiness. That gets to go in too. And once again, be mindful of your teas, people, when you're drinking those teas. That you can bring these energy attributes into your being just by being mindful of what they are. And you know that whole thing about knowledge is power. So it only stands to reason the more you know about your own personal energy attributes and what you're bringing into them, the more powerful you would become. That's just a simple little thing I kind of made up myself. Um, Calendula symbolizes love and dependability. I don't know if very many of you guys have this in your kitchen, but it's flour. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to put a little bit because I am getting full. I got to be kind of skimpy with the rest. I think I should have not put so much sea salt and stuff down at the bottom. But whatever, whatever. Clove. See, all the rest are rather small. Clove. Associated with protection, purification, mental ability, and healing. See, I need some more mental abilities. I so do. So it's going in there. And another thing, I have my little tags on them. And it is about stopping malicious gossip. If you want to stop malicious gossip, rub on a red candle and burn. So there's other stuff. And if you just go on the YouTube and type in whatever herb you have in the kitchen and folklore associated with it, or just type in magical energy attributes or magical properties, maybe, then you'll get this information and you can sift through your kitchen to find which herbs that you can use. And I don't think you have to use 22 if you don't feel for 22. I like 22. It's my number, well, one of them. So cloves are next. Where's my clove? Wait, no, I did clove. Sesame, sesame seeds. Open sesame. I have to put them in because of I haven't opened this one in a while. There. So, yeah, that Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, Open Sesame, it has to go in there. And sesame opens doors, draws new opportunities, new directions, hope, dispels depression and negativity. And that's what I want. I want new opportunities and that sort of thing to open up for me. Because, I'm not expecting to make a prosperity jar or do a hoogie boogie spell thing and have a bunch of money just magically appear. It's called energy work because you got to put some work into it. It just makes it come easier. Marjoram, cleansing, purifying, dispels negativity, brings happiness, using love spells, and, and yeah, it's sacred to Aphrodite and Isis. Another one of my people, Isis. I got core over the pyramids, a little mix there, not very many people see. And that's kind of what I do. I consider myself an energy alchemist. Sometimes I say spiritual alchemist, but it's an energy thing. Thus saith Einstein. I just got a little pop up that bothers me. Sunflower seeds. Sunflowers. I've always heard that they bring positive people and positive things to you, especially if you grow them outside your door. So I'm just going to put a little handful because this jar is tippity top now. So I'm almost done though. Wishes, health, and wisdom. So I started with some wishes way down at the bottom. I got some more wishes capping it off at the top. So when I did my list, I kind of balanced it a little bit like that so I can have an as above, so below actually in the jar as well. And I'll take you around the room on another video and show you my symbolic connections to actual physics ideas and stuff. So I'm a star anise. Gotta have a star. One little star. That's their star anise. Let's see. Good luck in love, money, and health matters. Raspberry. Where's my raspberry? Oh, there it is. And raspberry is protection and love. And you want to protect what's yours. And you want to protect yourself as well. So I got to cram it in there. I don't want to put the star anise in yet. I'm going to put that one at that's going to be at the very, very top. That's where that's going. Just capping it off. So I'll take that out and put it in again in a little minute. Should have thought that through better. Cornmeal. There's a whole thing about cornmeal. I just got a little blurb here. Useful in spells related to luck, prosperity, and abundance. So that's going in. That goes back to core too, just so you know. So, yay, it's all going to fit. And you do want to fill your abundance jar up to the tippity top. That is most definitely because that's you want your gifts to be up to the tippity top. So the fuller you can get it, the better. And that's as full as I can get it. And the next one maybe many of you don't have, so I apologize, but it is black salt. Black salt, it is used for protection and to dispel evil and negative energies. Because I don't work with negatives. I only work with the positives. That's what I'm trying to call into my life. Positive energies, positive people, positive things, all that stuff. And it's another as above, so below. I started with the white sea salt down at the bottom. So I got the black salt here at the top. And then I'm going to put the little star anise right on top of that. And there, it's filled up to the tippity. And we're going to cap it. So there it is. And I got the little, wait, let's spin it around so you can see the different grains and stuff. Yeah. And the little incantation that I wrote, I should say that was divinely gifted to me because they do come to me while I'm in a meditative state. And it says, love, abundance, and prosperity. Hear my plea and come to me. By the power of the Holy Trinity and the witches' rule of three, as I will it, so it shall be. And you'll notice that a lot with me, that I never leave God out. The Holy Trinity can mean lots of different things to lots of different people. I can get into the threes later in a different video, but almost all religions have a Trinity: Isis, Osiris, Horus, Odin, Thor, and was it Freya? I'm so sorry on my Norse things, and that's bad for me because I am German, and and Norwegian. So, uh, oops. But we'll straighten me out later. That's not me doing the incantation. That was just me reading it. I gotta do that stuff private. I'm sorry. I'm gonna turn it off now because I'm not letting you see me do my little trance work. This is my first video. Now I have something on YouTube. I'll get better. It's January the 1st. I'll do something every day. I will do something every day because I'm going to go through each and every one of my herbs, and I do have a whole ton of them over on my altar. I had to clear them off the table because I am getting a little over the door herb rack for this room, and I'm going to redo all my jars with the positive powers that they have in each and every herb, and I'll share it with you. So 2643 is what my thing says. I'm done. I did something. Bye. I don't know how to turn it off yet. Yes, I am sure.